Peace and blessings. Welcome back to Mix It Up. We're here. It's episode 26.
Clint Portis, baby.
Clint Portis.
The U.
Man, I can't.
Redskin Bronco.
I give it to you, man. 26 is hard, man.
That's a hard number. I couldn't think of too many 26s. I might be the only 26.
Yeah, I got you. 26. Clint Portis. Make sure you like all our pages, social media pages, wherever you at, is /mixitup.513, no matter what, especially our Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube, which is Mix Space It Up 513. Is it 513 on the end?
Yeah.
I think it's 513 at the end. Mix Space It Up 513 on YouTube, and you make sure you go ahead and get our podcast, which is up and
Come listen.
Yes.
We are on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and we should be certified next week on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
We'll keep y'all informed, but all you have to do is get on one of those platforms and search Mix It Up.
Yes.
Look for the logo. We're right there.
So we agreed to tip charge of that, and I am so grateful that he did. It's giving us a lot more room, giving us a lot more volume on it too.
Oh, yes, absolutely. It made a lot easier for us to jump on something, and also be able to get some of y'all more involved, because you don't have to come over to the place to record. We could just get you guys on the podcast.
For sure. And if we have technical difficulties, which we have so freaking often,
it happens,
go ahead and upload.
It happens for sure, bro.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get it started with the sports, bro.
Are we gonna get after it? Get after it. At DJ Cornish. Results by Effort Apparel.
Yeah.
Our boy Lloyd Fowler, this his stuff.
Shout out to Lloyd, man.
Yes,
I love
sir,
what you're
yes,
doing,
sir.
I'm not on my social media as much.
Hey, man, I do whatever that I can support. This is real comfortable. So please get on the Results by Effort website and go order it, or get at Lloyd Fowler on Instagram, and he can hook you up with some information.
For sure. So since you got on damn near the colors, let's talk about the Browns.
Oh man, so what we gonna do is we gonna talk about these coaches, and see. I wanna talk about you. Which ones do you think will have the most immediate success? Will have the most immediate success, and which coach will have the best success longevity wise? So there's a bunch of new coaches in the league. So first, like you said, the Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski.
I think it's Stefanski.
Stefanski. I think I'm saying my bad, Kevin, if I'm saying your name wrong, but right now I don't really care. Panthers new head coach Matt Rule, coming from college. Baylor's coach, his coach. Giants, Mr. Judge, coming from the Patriots staff.
Yeah.
Redskins, ex-Carolina coach, ex-coach for the Chargers, Ron Rivera. And coming back to the league, Mr. Mike McCarthy for the Cowboys.
Yes.
So, Jamar, which one do you think will have the most immediate success out of this?
I'm going to go out on a whim. I think if Mike McCarthy actually did his homework like they said he did, I think the Cowboys has the most immediate success. That's if he did his homework and changed the offense and defense narrative. The longevity, I really want to say Rule, because I like Baylor, and I think he can learn a lot. And I don't even like college coaches transitioning straight to head coach.
Yeah.
And when we went over it, he wasn't even in my pick to be a head coach.
Yeah.
I know he applied.
Yeah.
But I think the thing about Carolina is their management allows you to get dirty and test some stuff out. So if he can learn on the fly, that's if he can learn. If he can't learn on the fly, I would go ahead and say Judd, because he's an OC. Wasn't he an OC?
It was a special teams.
I think Judge might be the long run, but I hope that Matt Rule can actually learn on the fly. But who knows? I mean, I'm pretty sure that the immediate success, with me saying the Cowboys, would be the immediate success. But longevity, it's kind of a toss up between Judge and Rule. Yeah.
So I agree with you with Mike McCarthy. I think he had the most immediate success.
Yeah.
A lot of it for me, though, is for his offense to thrive is contingent if they sign Amari Cooper back, because I believe he's a free agent this year.
Yeah.
The coach who I think will have the most longevity wise, man, oh man.
It's such a toss up. I think Ron is past his prime.
I like Ron. I just don't know if I trust the Redskins organization.
I don't trust Ron. I don't trust the Redskins. And I don't trust the Browns with any coach.
I was gonna say it's hard for me to trust the Browns, and I'll admit I can't even say Kevin's last name right, so I don't know a lot about him. But there is a lot of talent up there in Cleveland still.
It is.
So hopefully he can get some of that locker room in control. And it sounds like by hiring him, some of it is because I know the tight end, Mr. Njoku, was saying like if Kitchens come back, he gone.
Yeah.
So they're already making room to that personnel to appease some of the players, and already Kevin's already gave praise to Baker already. So I think he's winning over that locker room right now, and hopefully he can manage some of those personalities. Because I doubt they'll have OBJ. I don't even know OBJ is going to be in the league after.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. That's another subject. But okay, so my picks are: I'm going to go agree with you with McCarthy, and I'm going to go. I think I'm going to choose Mr. Judge.
Okay. I can't hate.
I'm going to go Mr. Judge because I think they have the best pieces on offense set with Saquon. Daniel Jones looks nice. Golden Tate, Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram, and I think he'll get that defense right with some of the personnel that he's hiring, especially if they got Jason Garrett as offense coordinator. Yeah. I think that'll go long.
I think he has a lot of pieces that he can put in place. But it all depends on what happens in this offseason, man.
I mean, you're definitely right. It all does.
But like I said, I think regardless, the immediate success has to go to Mike.
For sure. I agree with you 100%.
It will be hard for him not to have success immediately down in the Cowboys.
You got a lot of pressure down there, man.
Yeah, so we'll see, man.
We'll see, brother.
This offseason should be interesting.
I hope so, man. We'll see what happens, brother. We'll see, man. So the playoffs are shaking up a little differently than what we thought. I think
than what everybody thought.
Boy, with the Baltimore getting knocked out, we're gonna get the Saints.
I thought the Saints was gonna last.
Oh man, yeah. Both of my picks for the Super Bowl's out. So who are you hoping to see in the Super Bowl? Who would you like to see? So the teams that left are what? Tennessee, and KC.
49ers.
Tennessee versus KC, and then 49ers and Packers.
Yeah. I really thought that Danger Russ was gonna pull that shit out. Boy, I was mad when that happened. Man, I'm gonna go with the top two. I'm gonna go with Niners and KC, man.
Okay.
That's gonna be a shootout game, though.
See, that's who I would love to see. I think that would be the most exciting Super Bowl.
But Green Bay might pull it out.
That's what. It's hard to count out a rise.
Yeah, man. Green Bay might pull that shit out.
The way Derrick Henry running, the way just Tennessee playing as a team, man, it's hard for me to count them out.
But you just got. I'm gonna go with KC.
It was just like I was telling a couple of my people, man, at work. I want to see KC just because I love their offense. I love Mahomes, Kelsey, Tyreek Hill.
And Andy Reid, you need to get it.
I like Tyrann Mathieu in the backfield and the defense, solidifying the defense, man. And they pick up an offseason Mr. Clark on the D line. I'm gonna go with KC and San Fran. I agree with you with that too as well.
But I think that'll be the most entertaining. Man, I'm just here thinking like, oh my goodness, they might pull it out.
They could.
Their defense gonna have to show up crazy though.
The offense going to have to play against their San Fran defense. Man.
Yeah, I don't knock their offense because I think Aaron can pull anything, but their defense is gonna have to stop San Fran, and that's hard.
We'll see, man. Like I said,
that's gonna be.
I'm definitely rolling with my picks. I'm not gonna change them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna change them either.
But I'm not surprised. I would not be surprised if two of the underdogs, Tennessee and Green Bay, pulled it off.
Yeah,
because like I said, Tennessee knocked off two of the biggest juggernauts, and Brady and Lamar.
I think that fucking off week hurt Baltimore.
Oh yeah, man. See, that's another segment to talk about. If a team should have the right to choose if they take that off week or not. That affects your rhythm, man.
Yeah, there'll be too much movement.
Or what I saw was you might not want to rest your players week 17 because that's essentially 2 weeks off.
Oh yeah.
Because Lamar, I think he went out or he didn't play.
He plays.
played.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's 2-3 weeks off, man. That's a lot of rust.
I don't know. I really didn't see Tennessee going this long.
I don't think anybody did, though.
I don't know what happened because even mid-season they weren't this team. And somehow they got together. And I knew that they were going to beat. Something told me they were going to beat the Patriots, but I did not see them beating Baltimore.
I definitely didn't see them beating the Patriots. I'm sorry, Baltimore.
Yeah.
I knew that they was gonna give the Patriots some fits because the Patriots ain't that strong themselves. Yeah. But yeah, they might be Ryan Tannehill. I'm happy for Tannehill.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Finally having success, but you know Henry running that rock like crazy, man.
Man, you see Tannehill running for his life with his old ass. Let's move on, bro.
Hey, my goodness, man.
So Bengals and Burrow, man.
It seems like a match in the making, right?
I hope not.
It seems like a match in the making. But so I was brought to this question, and I thought it was a good hypothetical question to ask.
Okay.
So let's say the Bengals, like y'all know, we have the number 1 pick.
Mm-hmm.
It's more likely we will draft Burrow, right? Mm-hmm. So, and we have essentially the number 33 pick, first pick in the second round. So let's say if we traded with Washington, got their trade swap picks, so they would take our number 1, we would take their number 2, and which more likely we would take Chase Young, but also we trade our first pick in the second round to Washington in exchange for Dwayne Haskins.
I wouldn't do the Haskins deal.
No, you would get Chase Young and Haskins for Burrow in the second round pick.
I don't like Haskins on the Bengals squad. I don't think he fits.
This is, and keep it now. Let's not say it's your GM, it's your regime.
Oh, my GM, my regime. So
that's what
my
I'm saying.
team?
That's what I'm asking you. Would you take that?
If it's my team? Oh, yes.
Yeah, would
yes.
you take it?
Yes, okay. I would. Haskins right now, he isn't a top level quarterback, but he can probably get there with the right offense. And if I was a GM and I could have that offense around him, yeah. He needs a line so he can get protection. And I think if I was a GM, that would be my main priority, is to get a decent offensive line and then get a decent defensive secondary. So yes, if I was a GM, yes, that would be a good move.
You would take that swap?
If I was a GM, 100%, yes.
Okay.
That's because I know what I would want out of my football team.
Gotcha. So I would stand packed. I would stand packed. Take Burrow if I'm the GM, and I would build. I know a lot of the people knocking the Bengals O-line. I would take some vets, build up that O-line, and keep on with Burrow. After seeing what he did to Clemson in the championship game, after seeing what he did this season, my lord, dude, it's hard for somebody not to take that.
But if you
already seeing what Dwayne was doing in the league already, and he's going to go under another offensive coordinator, that's just another year of what if with him.
Are you basing the Burrow pick for you as a GM as if you would be able to get those veterans to come over?
Yeah, why not?
A lot of veterans ain't gonna come to the Bengals.
Why?
Because the Bengals organization as a whole is a
But it's my team.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you believe? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, if I'm the GM, absolutely,
okay.
Yes.
All right, cool.
And let me tell you why. Because I'm gonna get AJ back. Come back, AJ. So we have AJ back, one of the best receivers. We got Tyler Boyd too.
I'm not talking about the team. I'm talking about the internal stuff. You're gonna have to, as a GM, you're gonna have to get rid of.
Oh yeah, because that's what I mean. But this is my team.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Yeah. That's why I was asking.
Like Brown ain't part of this.
Okay, and I'm talking about the whole facility, everything. Good. You don't have to.
We good.
Okay, cool. That's what I was asking.
Take care of us. Yeah.
Okay.
I can take care of us. I just like, my thing is that I like the younger prospect.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you were to ask me who is the better quarterback coming out, I'm going to take Burrow.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's why I'm saying I'm going to take Burrow, build my offensive line, keep my first pick in the second round, probably draft another offensive lineman if I can't get a couple to come through, or get a tight end, linebacker, or somebody in that defensive backfield, somewhere through that. Tell Burrow, get through this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna treat him right, man. I'm not Mike B. not my brother Mike B.
Not our brother Mike B.
Talking about Mike Brown,
the old
sleepy GM. I got him. We will take care of you. We will take care of you, man.
Okay.
So that's why I would stand back with the pick.
Solid. I got you.
And likewise, brother. And let me just add on to that before we switch on. I don't think you can go wrong with either pick.
No.
Chase Young or Joe Burrow. I think they're both top talented, game changing type players.
For sure.
So either way, I think you're happy with either side. So while we just hit the national championship game, what did you think about it, man? Did you watch most of it? I watched most of the first half. Started getting sleepy during the second half, but that dude just Burrow, and I know a lot of credit. Because I don't think they get enough credit. His receivers is very talented. They was just banging the shit out of the corner.
And they were going out getting the ball.
Just toast. Yeah.
Man,
Randy Moss's son was out there. Mawson just.
So my stream was glitching. And I don't know if anybody else's stream was glitching on ESPN, but my shit was glitching. And I was highly upset. So I watched the comeback. And then I turned it off because I got tired of glitching. I started rewatching Sons of Anarchy.
Okay, that's a good show.
Because it was glitching and it was making me mad. But I did see the highlights. And you can't just give it to Burrow like you said, because that offensive line was dominating, that receiver core was dominating, and it let the defense refresh. And that's one thing that you have to do as an offense. You have to keep your defense off the field, especially against a team like Clemson. So the highlights showed exactly what we thought. The LSU. Well, I didn't think that Clemson was ever going to have to lead. I think it was like 14,
something like that.
But I think they had 14 point. I don't know, 14. I don't remember. But Burrow is nice. Receiver core is nice. Offensive line is nice. I think Burrow was able to sit in the pocket for the most part, and then he scrambled. No, I think he
scrambled for.
He scrambled, yeah.
Yards, man. Yeah.
But I like I said, I just seen the highlights because, like I said, my streaming was glitching and all that other stuff. But yeah, the highlights showed exactly what we talked about they were going to do. They were going to come out and they were going to sling the ball, and that's what they did. Burrow threw it up and the vicinity where only his receivers can get it, and his receivers went and got it. And he kept Clemson's defense. He kept Clemson's offense off the field. So
OSU in your face. You should never got rid of Joe Burrow for Justin Fields. First off, not knocking you, Justin Fields.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
But Joe Burrow better. Not only that, but shout out to the LSU team. Joe Burrow giving Sunshine his first collegiate loss. So I mean, they beat a hell of a Clemson team. Like I told you, Clemson wasn't gonna be no slouch to this.
You did. And I got to give you props because you said they were gonna be an underdog, and you told me that they might, if they make the championship. I mean, if they make the playoffs, look out for them. And you were right. And as soon as I seen them going against OSU, I'm just like, oh man. I told you, I was like, no man, I don't know if Ohio State ready for them boys.
They had a nice. They played probably the best team ball that a team could play. But I also think that shows that you can't anoint somebody too early, like people were doing with Trevor Lawrence. I think that showed the LSU defense exposed Trevor Lawrence a little bit. So I think the more talented team, probably the more put together team, definitely won. But you can't knock Clemson for what they did. Making it back to the national championship game, and playing probably the best team that's played against LSU beside Alabama.
Yeah,
as this year. So
can I ask you a question?
Shout out to him. What's up?
If you had to pick,
Burrow. Burrow.
All right, cool. So moving on.
Burrow.
NBA. I can't believe that this was going on, man. Perkins and KD were going at it. I don't even know why KD got into this feud with Perkins. Like,
he got salty at a comment.
But why would you, like, Perkins? He's only famous for being Shaq and a Fool champion. Like, I don't remember Perkins doing anything dominant in the NBA.
That's the thing. Like, that was never Perkins. That wasn't his role.
What was his role?
Just to be like
a body.
Just to be basically like you're a body. You make just do the dirty work.
But he didn't do that.
He did in Boston. I can't say what he did when he went to OKC and wherever
I
else.
remember him balling in Boston.
He didn't ball, but he did the dirty work that that KG didn't have to do, or Pierce, or Allen, or Rondo, or some of the people off the bench. Mm-hmm. That's why he just messed well with that team. He did the stuff that people didn't want to, set them hard screens, do things like that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, down in OKC, Kevin, unfortunately called his stats out. But that's not what Perkins was there to do. It's just like, who said it, like, if you were to try to compare, like a Charles Oakley and an Allen Houston when they played with the Knicks. Mm-hmm. Like Allen Houston or Latrell Sprewell, of course, going to have the better stats because that wasn't Oakley's role to score. Yeah. His job was to do the dirty work. Yeah. Now, everybody knows Oakley was the dirty man. Yeah. He did the same thing with as an Artest or a Bruce Bowen or something like that. Mm-hmm. That's not their job to score or put up heavy stats like that. Their job is to do the dirty work.
But as KD, do you really want to give Perkins his time of day? Like, I'm not.
Well, that comes in as KD, man.
That thin skin.
Why he didn't go to New York?
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't handle that.
I just couldn't. I'm like, man, why are you going at it with this fool? Like,
and not only that, but these were boys. It was boy back in OKC.
I know they were actually boys.
They was cool.
Okay.
It's just like they were saying, like stuff that you say in the locker room, you don't put out there in the media, which they both did. Yeah. Like, so they both took a negative approach at each other on social media in the public, which neither one of them should have. And Kevin Durant, like you should. Why did you give him the time of day? Yeah. If you call him Perkins scrub and all this, so people think Perkins is scrub. Why are you giving him the time of day? Right. That's like Jordan reacting to LeVar Ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a scrub on the hoop court. Why would you react to him? Yeah. So I don't know. I just like you said. Like we said before, he's just you frail. He doesn't have enough.
He is, but at some point you gotta be like, come on now, I'm not even going.
Let me ask you this though, because we both said he's frail, he thin skin. Mm-hmm. There's another person on his team that I think is the same, even though he balls too, is Kyrie. Mm-hmm. With his comments, I don't know if you just heard him, where he was saying even if we had KD, a fully healthy KD, or fully healthy Kyrie, we still one piece away from winning the championship or being contenders. What other person do you need?
They do need somebody.
You need another superstar?
No. They do need another piece. They missing a piece.
Man, if you put KD with that team in the East,
no, I'm not saying a superstar, but they need I think they need a nice power forward, or I would say a nice power forward, and he doesn't even have to be an all-star. He don't even have to be a second string on.
That's what Kyrie was saying. Like,
I didn't know that. I didn't get that when I read it.
I think he got used to playing with Brian. He got babied.
I would agree if that's where he was coming from. Yeah.
Maybe
I didn't get that. I think they need a third tier. I think because right now they only have. I think they have role players.
They got a decent squad. The squad, I know it's a little bit broke up from what it was last year, but they was what? With D'Lo, they went to the second round? Yeah. And lost to either the Sixers or Milwaukee, and they even tested it, or was it Toronto? I forget which team, but they tested whoever they went with. Yeah. But that was a stupid story for real.
When I was reading it, I didn't see the interview, but when I was reading it, I was thinking of, okay, you do need another tier person just in case something happens. Because KD's never healthy, Kyrie's never healthy. You need somebody else to carry that load. And it doesn't have to be a superstar. It just has to be someone willing to do the dirty work, but actually put up points as well. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. I just don't. If you got those two together, healthy.
But the thing is, were they healthy?
But that was his thing. If you had both of those two healthy, that's what Kyrie was saying.
I get you, but that's not how I took it.
Okay.
I get where you're coming from now, because that's not. I see where you're coming from. No, they don't need a healthy. They don't need a all-star. If him and KD are healthy, they don't. Let's put that to bed. But when I was reading it, they're not always healthy.
They're not.
So that's how I took it. But you looking at it from your perspective, he's absolutely wrong, 100% wrong.
So what they gonna do? Load management?
I don't know, man. That's the dumbest shit ever, but it might work for them. Goddamn it.
Yeah, it's gonna be hurt. So I mean, let's go on. So we come from the old school age, right?
Yeah.
Where competitiveness was great. Now I'm gonna bring up two people that I know I love. PG, probably my favorite player in the NBA. Big fan of his when he was with the Pacers, when he went to OKC. Still a fan with the Clippers.
Yep.
Now they were saying that him and Kawhi actually met up at Drake's house to discuss a trade to the Clippers. I think that's messed up, man.
I think it's messed up because it's Drake's house.
That's one point where I was coming from. Yeah. Because you're the ambassador for Canada, or you're calling yourself the ambassador of Canada. I believe he's part owner of the Raptors.
Oh, word? I didn't know that.
I think he is. He's got his Club Nouveau in there or whatever, and I believe he's a part owner of the Raptors. I don't know what portion, but I thought he is. Why would you come in your house and discuss a possible move to another city?
That's where I was like, wait, what? Like,
how?
The Clippers? At Drake's house?
I get Kawhi why you want to. I mean,
both of them want to go to LA. Yeah.
But how you gonna let them come to your house? Like they couldn't go to LA and talk about it. Some of all them stars in it, they couldn't go to somebody. They came to Toronto.
They couldn't go to Doc's house.
Right?
They couldn't go to Doc's daughter's house.
I would have.
I would have.
That's what I'm saying. So I
don't know. I think that was messed up, dog.
So on Drake's part, but I mean also like Kawhi, like I just felt like I know nobody ever owes the city anything, you know, that fan base. But I was just like, man, you there in Toronto. That's the people's wanted you. You were essentially like taking on a wrestling term. You were the people's champ in Toronto.
But it was that in San Diego too.
Oh, San Antonio?
San Antonio. I said San Diego. San Antonio. Yeah.
But they wanted him out of there. Not the people of San Antonio, but the organization.
Okay,
the Raptors organization, you know, they want to do everything they could to keep Kawhi.
For sure.
But like, so I just don't get how you could do that, man. It just rubbed me the wrong way with Kawhi, and also PG, how he just kind of left Russ. I mean, I think it was also that they were gonna blow OKC up. That's why I'm more accepting of PG. But
I think OKC was done in.
That's what I'm saying. I think that was already done. So that's why I'm a little bit more accepting the PG side. But as far as Kawhi, like with all this thing coming out with the load management and all this, I don't know how I feel about the dude, man.
But Kawhi might.
I'm not arguing his talent at all.
He might be the new athlete though. He might be that athlete. Like, okay, I'm doing it on my terms. Like, you can't tell me what to do. I'm not. I'm more than an employee to you. So if I'm more than an employee to you, you're gonna have to treat me more than the rest of your employees.
Ain't that what Brown did?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. I mean, and I never knocked LeBron for anything.
I haven't either.
Our player wise, I think we just looking at a new athlete. The athlete that's like, okay, I'm more than what you think I am, and I'm gonna show you. And maybe he's just taking control of his own faith and his own destiny.
But I just don't get from a competitive edge. Like, why would you get? Like from a competitive standpoint,
I get you.
How do you do that?
I don't know that part. But as an athlete, I do understand he's gonna do whatever he wants on his terms.
I mean, I can respect that, as you know, as an athlete, as a person. Like I said, you're an employee to a team. Your goods are good while you're good, you know. But once you start to go bad,
you're bad.
Yeah, you're gone.
But I think once, if something happened where Kawhi was not Kawhi anymore, then we would see more of Kawhi. Because
so you don't think we're seeing a real Kawhi till now, or
I don't think we're seeing the full scope of Kawhi, because Kawhi is like, okay, I'm here.
Okay.
I've been working all my life. I've been the underdog all my life. Now it's time for me to control my own destiny. And until that point comes where Kawhi can't control his own destiny, he's not marketed as the man, or the best, or the second best, whatever, he's going to be doing what Kawhi wants to do. Because he didn't get picked for college. He didn't. He had to do a walk-on in college. I think. Where's that? Fresno? Was it Fresno?
I think so.
I think it was Fresno.
I honestly don't know where he went to, but I know he was a first round pick of the Pacers when they drafted him.
Yeah, but he had to walk on. I think he had to walk on college. I think. I'm almost sure. He was an underdog in the draft. Nobody. He couldn't. I don't want to say he couldn't cut the cake, but he wasn't what the Pacers thought he was. He had to work. He had to work twice as hard as San Antonio, and even when he came into his own at San Antonio, and he had to shut down LeBron, he still wasn't respected as a quality player. So he had to work and build himself up into these reps. And now it's just like, all right, now it's me. Like now it's about me, and I can't knock him except for the competitive part, because we're still in a day. You and I live in a day of age where it's like, okay, we want to see you compete, and that's what we're paying for. So I get it, but maybe, like I said, Kawhi's just a new athlete.
I don't like it, Kawhi. I don't like it. I'm just gonna tell you now.
I don't like it either, but I understand it.
I ain't trying to understand it. I don't know, because, like I said, come from a new dude. If that's you, then all by all means, don't change your stance for anybody else. You keep doing you, my brother. But I don't like it. That's just my personal take. I just don't like it.
Cool.
So the All-Star game, and then we'll get moving.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of these votings? Alex Caruso, Stephen Curry, who hasn't even played basically all year, Taco Fall, and I put Kyrie back in there.
Has Taco even played a whole quarter yet?
I don't even Taco played a whole 5 minutes. I don't even know if he played like a whole 5 minute stretch yet. I don't know. I don't get how some of these men are actually up there in the All-Star voters.
I don't know.
Ahead of people like Devin Booker.
Oh my goodness, Devin Booker.
There's some other people like
who else?
I got it. Thanks for execution. I got this list from you, dog. So yeah, you go the list. Ahead of John Morant, ahead of some other people. That's just the West. If you swipe left, you see the East. So it's crazy.
Devin Booker need to be in there. Russell need to be up there. I can't believe John Morant number 10. That's crazy as fuck.
It's nuts, ain't it? That's why. So the question at hand is, the fans. Even though it's, I know we want to see who we want to see, but come on now, this is getting a little bit ridiculous.
Zach, what? Come on now, Jaylen Brown number 7.
Yep.
See, that's why I don't like that type of stuff. Like, I like the old All-Star games where you had to be a star and it wasn't on the people. Like,
so I hope y'all veto it, or I just hope it gets vetoed. I hope that Taco, you shouldn't be in there.
Taco, I don't even think he's able to be in the damn league. He's just tall.
He's deservedly where he's supposed to be at on the bench for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I can't say.
What pick did he get? He was a first rounder too, wasn't he?
I think he was a late second rounder, bro, to be honest, or maybe even went undrafted.
Nah, he got drafted.
I don't think he got drafted, because the only person I remember that went tall was Bobo.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, Taco, I believe, came out. I think he got picked up by Boston in the G League.
But she should. Let's move on.
All right. Well, let's move on, man. This guy comes back to our set again. I know you don't want to talk about him, but he's back. Your guy AB.
Don't fucking click him over here.
Your guy AB, Antonio Brown's caught again on social media. cussing out the cops, baby mama with his children right there. And I know, did you end up watching the whole video?
I couldn't, man. I can't stand this dude. Like, I don't want to give him the time.
Was he cussing at his kids too?
I don't know. I
don't know if he was cussing at, but he,
as a father, I can't.
So let me ask you, because this brings it around full circle with football too. Do you think this is AB? Do you think this is AB? This is how he normally is, or do you think some of this has to do with some of the mental from football?
Yeah, I think it has to do with the stress from him not playing.
Okay. So
I was talking to a gentleman. I don't want to put his name out there, but he was cut. He played. He got. I think he got picked up from Dallas, and he was going to the Patriots training camp. And I think he was a wide receiver at DB. I can't really get his. I can't remember his position right now.
You go to UC?
No. But he said that he can't watch football like that because it stresses him out because he couldn't make it. And I'm kind of like the same way too. Like, I see Kirkpatrick and fucking Pac-Man. I'm like, man, what the fuck? Like, how are you in the league, right? But he actually had that ticket, that golden ticket, and he messed it up because of his attitude. He couldn't. His anger management was poor. So with that being said, if him, who only had just that quick second in the league, can have that trauma of like, oh man, I can't believe that I messed this up. I can only imagine what AB's doing, because he's not getting a check, period. His deals are gone.
But he continually messed it up though.
But I think that's just him lashing out. And that's why I don't like it. I can't. As a man, you have to take responsibility for yourself, and I don't think he's taking responsibility for it.
And obviously, I don't know this individual you're talking about. But if he had another shot, I'm sure he would do.
For sure. Yeah.
AB has several shots, and he keeps doing it again and again and again and again. Or when the Saints go marching in, let's bring the rest of my crew with me. Get out. They said don't bring an entourage. You still brought an entourage. Wait, like, I understand the logic, but I'm just saying, like, at what point does that not just be like that's you?
Because he don't want to take responsibility for it. I mean, even a couple, like I told you, I watched a couple seconds of it. Even a couple seconds of the clip, I think it said a private argument with his mother's children or something like that. And a cop showed up or something like that. I read it and I'm watching it and I'm just like, even if this was private, why are you doing this? Like, you're not the victim right now, dude. You're not. Take responsibility.
And as well, as a father, it's like you're showing your kids this is how you are. I feel so bad for the kids, man.
And I think it was his daughter just sitting there looking at him like why would you?
Daddy,
oh my goodness, my head is hot just thinking about it.
So let's get off of AB. I mean, like, I know you don't want to discuss him so much, but let's go on to another diva wide receiver. OBJ slapped the security officer on the ass after the game. Got a warrant issued for his arrest. What's up with OB? It's not just receivers, I know that, but
once you put that on receivers, dog, I
mean, I'm not. Why? I mean, why is it these two? It seems like
it's those two.
It's mainly these two. It seems like after. I mean, T.O. wasn't bad. Tad wasn't bad.
T.O. had a diva complex, but yeah, not
when you deal with these two. Oh my lord!
I think OBJ, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say, I think OBJ might be battling his insecurity of being gay. Like, I think you just need to go ahead and accept the fact that he's gay. Or he might just be bisexual. Either way, it's not our business. But the antics are showing that he's having, like, some kind of struggle with himself. Like, don't know what you laughing
You say he fighting his temptations, man?
Shut up, bro. Oh,
Is that what you said?
I don't want to get next subject, y'all. I'm not fucking with you.
Cause I'm just saying, like when he went to this kid, he looked like he tickled the twine. We're saying let's not segue into this next topic with that, man. But I just don't know why. I can't talk to him, man. Not only aside from that antic, but the antic to where he was like giving LSU receivers money and stuff like that.
Didn't he get in trouble for that?
The LSU tried to cover up and say that was fake. But yes, he would have got in trouble. They would have for accepting money and shit.
Yeah.
But what's wrong with these? Like they know the rule. Like they know you can't do that.
Like I said, I think he's trying to make up.
But even the money thing.
Yeah, because that's just that's him acting out.
I'm not saying I don't know why, because this is like multiple occurrences where
when I'm working with kids,
kicked the goalpost and got hit by it.
When I'm working with kids who are struggling with their sexuality, they do stuff like that.
Okay, so you got the experience in that.
I mean, they do stuff to get attention. They feed off that attention. So then it takes.
It is because you don't think he's accepting of it, like he's
not comfortable with himself.
Right. Okay.
So he has to be a cool guy.
I can see that. So I think he goofy. That's all I gotta say. So putting this on a better note.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Mr. Rocky Maivia, father of The Rock. We appreciate you for setting a trend in wrestling. Putting a little segue for people culture, ethnicity get into wrestling entertainment. I think it was him, maybe Tatanka, Yoko, a couple other people that started that broke that mold. So we appreciate what you did for the world of wrestling,
for sure,
and definitely miss you, brother.
Yeah, for sure.
I
kind of sorry that he wasn't in the limelight.
Yeah, I am too. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he should have got more notoriety than what he got. Which I'm happy, The Rock is getting it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of that I think should have went to his father.
Yeah.
So speaking about fathers, let's get a couple pet peeves out there that we have as being dads. Let me just start at mine off. My pet peeve is I hate asking more than once. And let me just more than twice. Because I will at the first time slide a little bit depending on the severity of what I'm asking you to do. More than 2 times, it's Daddy Shaw get hot. So example of this, like when at the end of the night, I'm getting my kids to pick up their toys. That's what we're doing at the end of the night. Pick up your toys at the end of the night, put them back where you got it from. So my son Tristan was picking up his toys, and my daughter Braylon was the little diva now. She chose to start playing with the toys as she's picking them up, and this causes takes longer to get everything. So I asked her once, Braylon, stop playing, pick your toys up, because after we're done we're gonna go night night. It's time to go to bed. She didn't do it, so I come back. I'm hot. Get a little bit sterner, Braylon. Next time I come back in, you're going to get yelled at or something else is going to happen. Discipline, it's going to be a little bit harsher than what it was last time. Quit playing, put the toys away. Third time I come back, she's playing with the ladder, got it on her hand and everything, and think I was going to come back around because she was putting her toys away. Catch her. Daddy's voice goes up another level. And my kids, when they hear my voice go up, they listen, and it's just like, oh shit, I done fucked up. I gotta get emotional now. So came back there and I had to yell, and I hate yelling. But it just seems like that's what has to happen. So I did it, and thankfully they got all the toys cleaned up. But that's just a big pet peeve of mine where I have to ask more than twice for them to do something.
I am with you, dog.
That's yours?
Man. I got a Cameron at home. I have a Cameron, and it's my daughter. She is very vocal, and she wants reason, and she's like the ideal lawyer. Like she wants to know why What's the reason behind it? If I don't do it, what's gonna happen? And my son, he is just a boy. Anytime it's time to play, like as soon as his foot touches the ground, it's time to play. It's time to play. No matter what time it is, it's time to play.
Yep.
I'm like, oh my goodness. And I have been trying to work on my diction so hard, not only for the show, but so when I'm talking to someone, my words don't slur. I'm using the correct tone and identifying each word carefully.
Yep.
And coming from where we're from, that's not appreciated.
It's not. It's for the light of matters, people think that we're trying to talk white. Let's put it out there. Like,
correct.
I heard that at the forum.
So when it comes to my kids, I try to articulate precise words so they understand exactly what I want them to do. And when I have to repeat it, and I have to repeat it, and I have to it's like, dude, we do this every day. Get on it. Let's hop to, just let's do it. So then you don't have to hear my mouth. And when I have to repeat, and I have to re-examine whether you're doing it or not, and I have to come in and I have to, well, I don't whoop them, I make them do exercises, and I have to punish you, and I have to yell, come on. So, and it's like one of those things that you know you have to keep doing repetition after repetition after, but how many repetitions until you get that let's just do this and daddy's not gonna be mad, and if we do it right we can get candy at the end of the night, or we can watch an extra 30 minutes of the show because we don't got it. So I'm with you, dog. I am with you.
So that was pet peeves as a dad. Pet peeve as a husband.
So my pet peeve, my old lady, she has a hard time hearing, whether it's selective or not. And I'm not always with my old lady. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if we're talking on the phone and I'm talking, she can hear one thing, but then 5 minutes later, the one thing that she heard has been altered in her mind. And then it's just like, but you heard me say, oh, well, what I heard you say was. But you heard me say this. Oh, but I thought you meant. No, you, and then she can be, and that's just one part. But she can be in the next room, and Cameron can be sitting next to me. And Cameron can say something, and she hears them perfectly clear. And you know, Cameron doesn't have a deep voice, and it doesn't carry as much as mine. But Cameron can say something, she can hear him clear. Boom, got it. Okay, you want some water? Boom, got it. In there. I can say, Sarah, I didn't know you were home. How was your day? Didn't hear shit. Now throughout the whole day she's mad because she didn't know that I asked her how her day was. And then guess what I do? Bye. Bye. Because I asked you. So the hearing, as having a significant other, having an old lady at home, it's the hearing.
So my pet peeve, and it kind of segues from yours. She coming?
No, she ain't.
Okay. So my wife is upstairs, so try not to get in trouble tonight. Till she sees the show or hears the show. But my pet peeve is when I get scrutinized to get yelled at for not understanding something as quick as she thinks I should. They comprehend something.
Oh yeah, comprehension. Yeah. Yeah.
Because if I don't understand something, I'm going to
ask. So then I don't get in trouble later.
Yeah, until I understand exactly what you're saying. So there's been times where she's explained to me, and it's about some things, and I ask her a couple times, like, well, what do you mean? Like, or I'll even say, like, I'm not understanding. Can you try to figure out a different way to explain it to me so I know exactly what you're saying? So this way, when we come to this again, I got you. I got it. Let's not go through. And should get mad at me. Like you should understand this shit. I get yelled at. I'm just like, whoa, lady, time out. Now, if I were to act like that, you'd be getting tears because I'd get loud with you, or you'd get mad and walk away and say, "Oh, you were a dick, you were an asshole, blah 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 blah." But if I do it and I don't understand, I'm being dumb. Or you should understand, or like you should understand. Like, well, I don't. That's why I'm asking, like for further explanation. Like my bad. Like I don't catch on at your pace to what you're explaining to me, but that's why I'm asking. I was always told that there's never any dumb questions, especially if I don't understand something.
I wonder. And I'm sorry that this is on tape, but I wonder if that's a culture thing, because I go through that same shit.
And I'm gonna apologize for this being on tape.
I apologize, and I'm sorry it's on tape, but
so you saying it's because they're white females?
Yeah.
I don't know. Can somebody tell us? Like, please reach out. Like, we're not being racist or sexist or
any ist.
This is us like really not understanding. Like I just explained. So please don't get upset. Like I'm just really trying to understand. Like I think you bring up a good point. Like,
because we think different, like from them.
Yeah.
Like we think almost the same, but we think different from them. And when it comes time for understanding, we understand different than what they're saying. So in order for us to understand the pace that they're on, because they might be on page 1, we might be on chapter 30. Like, okay, now we ready to fix the damn problem. Because I get what you're saying. Now let's fast forward, so then we don't have to deal with this shit no more.
And maybe this goes along, and I don't know if this is for the whole culture, or if it's just my wife in general. But I always say, like, when she thinks about something, she's thinking about the now, not about the future. And when I say the future, I'm saying, like, it could be 10 months down the road, it could be a year, it could be 2 years, 5 years, it could be tomorrow. I'm just trying to make sure this don't happen in the future. So explain to me in great detail until I understand what the hell it is you're saying.
So then we don't have to come back, and if we do have to come back, I know exactly what the problem is.
Right.
I think
that's why I said, like, we are not being sexist, we're not being racist, we're not being anything of that nature. We just want to understand. So please tell us what your thoughts are.
Yeah, I think that's the culture thing.
Yeah, it could be, like I said, it could be.
Or they might just be the same.
It could be on the same wavelength, man. And like I said, they could just be on the same wavelength.
Yep.
Who never knows, man. So I know we kind of went over this show a little bit, but it felt good. This is our first video of the year, so I felt like we had to do it. So let's go ahead and get into our staples, man. Get into our segments.
Yeah.
Also, for the first one, Zamar Lee's first video for what you looking at?
I am looking at the culture, because some vlogging's coming up.
Okay. I saw you post that rap video.
Yeah.
Spoke a lot of truth.
I didn't, and the thing is, the video, man, that video took me for a loop, because it started off and I was just like, man, what the fuck is he talking about? And then it hit. But I'm looking at the culture, like how is tomorrow gonna shape up? Because it's a lot of stuff going on and a lot of distractions, and I think it's purposely being done. So I'm looking at I'm looking at the culture. That's what I'm paying attention to. I'm looking at the culture, just to put it short.
So like I said on the previous episode, I'm looking to go back into school for my master's.
Yeah.
So I was talking to a colleague of mine that if I don't get this opportunity in the field that I want, I'm going to go back to school for sure. And I talked to my wife about that. So now it's just all about selecting a program. It's got to be online.
Yeah.
And what's funny about it is, like, I was just talking about it with my wife and my coworker, and all of a sudden, get these Facebook posts.
But they
apply here. Apply here.
Yeah.
Get these emails.
Yeah.
Here's some information.
Yeah.
And man, it just scares the crap out of me. What I'm gonna see on my Facebook, Popeyes. What I'm gonna see when I open up Facebook.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, Popeyes is gonna be somewhere along that thread.
Yeah. I was looking at welding, just as a welding or being a pilot, just to add to my resume. And next thing you know, Great Oaks. What was another one?
It's
40s.
crazy, man.
It's all about winning.
Crazy.
So yeah, they listening. So if you ever want to have a serious conversation, make sure you put your phone up.
Right? Not right by you like we got ours.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do the hall passes, man. Our staple, our hall passes.
Go ahead. So
my hall pass.
I want to hear yours.
So we did this on the episode that didn't record.
Oh, so we picking those two?
I'm gonna go with mine.
Okay.
Since we didn't get, so I'm gonna go with Nikki Blades.
Okay.
No chase your podcast.
Yeah. I picked a different one. My original one was Buffy the Body.
I thought you picked it last week when we did it on the podcast.
Oh yeah, I did pick her.
Didn't you? Or was that on the not recorded?
I don't know. Okay, so either way, at
You
one point in
just
time,
want to do two?
yeah, let's do two.
Okay.
So
Let me think about my second one. So my first one's Nikki Blaze.
yeah.
Nikki Blaze.
Okay, so my first one,
I just can't remember her name.
the originator of the bodies that we know today, and that's Buffy the Body. So that's I don't know. I think that's the one I was going to pick when it didn't record.
Okay.
But who's your second one?
IG model Miss Cindy.
Miss Cindy. I'm not hit. I'm hit. I'm hit.
Miss Cindy.
So my one for this week is XOX Bethany XOX. Yeah, she
She on the cosplay one?
nah, she I want to say I think she fits in that mode of fitness model, IG model. But she real, like she posts her before and afters, the stomach, all that. And she nice. She nice.
You know what? After we're gonna shout y'all next one, but I wanted to say I just started following on our Mix It Up page. This couple that does a podcast themselves, but they're a long distance couple.
Oh,
I don't know if you saw that. Yeah.
No.
It was and they actually they like their stuff and they keep liking their stuff, and I think I shouted them out. Once we get it, we'll shout y'all next week for sure. But I just think it's dope that they're long distance, but they do this podcast with each other to kind of keep in contact and things like that.
Word.
So I just thought it was dope.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah. It's one of our.
And that's crazy. I'm on Mix It Up page more than I am my own page.
I am too.
And I'm surprised I didn't notice that.
Well, I mean,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for enjoying this. I'm not fucking with y'all. Shaw's gonna get me in a lot of trouble. So thank you so much for tuning in.
ain't doing nothing.
Make sure you
Pornhub Premium, Sophie.
make sure you subscribe to our YouTube.
Snapchat Premium.
Mix Space It Up 513. That's where you get all the quality details and all the full episodes of the show. And make sure you like and follow our page. Our IG page, which is Mix It Up 513. .513. Shaw got me all discombobulated. I'm sitting thinking about our page now. So you want to tell me about the podcast?
Yeah. Please. Be sure to subscribe and check out our podcast on Anchor, on Spotify, on Google Podcasts, and soon to be on Apple Podcasts, hopefully next week. By searching and Mix It Up, just search for our logo. Mm-hmm. That's how you can find us on there.
For sure.
Now, alright, so I got another pet peeve. My wife just she said I have a tendency to repeat things. Like I say things in double sometimes, and she said that got on her nerves. Like what I just did. I just said, please follow us.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
See?
Maybe that's just the dad coming out in you.
It might be. That's why I said, I give you 2 opportunities, right?
2. After that, it's over. So, thank you so much. We love you. Make sure you come to us next week, and we're going to have more fun.
Definitely.
All right? Peace.